Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people, also freedom all over the world. And once again, you're welcome to Let's Talk TV, your one and only YouTube platform that updates you and give you information on issues trending, happening in Biafran territory. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Also turn on your notifications so that you will be notified, and do not forget to share our videos to as many groups and platforms as possible, especially Biafrans. They need to know the truth. Biafrans need to know the reality, and Biafrans need to know what is really happening. That is why we are here. Now, before the end of this video, that is, if you will have the patience to finish watching this video, you must have understood that Musa and his cohorts, which is the federal government of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, have actually lost in this battle of freedom. They have lost. Now, why will I say they have lost? Irrespective of the fact that the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá is still under the DSS custody, it is very simple. They have lost because, as it stands, they do not have any other move. Now, I don't know, for some of you that play chess, when you're playing chess or draft, there comes to a point you do not have any other move. And when your moves finishes, you've automatically lost the game, because your opponent is going to pounce on you and win the game. This is the issue of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria in the case of Simon Èkpá Njoko. One, they cannot extradite the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá Njoko. Now, it could have been easier for them to hold on, to their illegality and activities of corruption, if only Simon Èkpá was in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria and in their custody, in one of their custody. But the fact that they cannot hold on to him, and they are doing everything possible, using all kind of situations and propagandas, and also all kinds of good deeds to get or to woo at the Finnish government, to pass an overture to the Finnish government to allow them extradite the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá Njoko. But this is actually highly impossible, considering the situation, considering the level of the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá Njoko. Unlike the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is in their custody, they were only able to hold on to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu this long because of only the fact that he is in their custody. He is in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. They can control anything. They can make their illegality, to go to any length. Pending when the UK government and the UK Parliament will do something in regards of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which they have said they are going to do, in as much as it is a shame for them, because they are coming at this point in time, to talk about doing something for your citizen who has been held without committing any crime, who was abducted, who was kidnapped. But I'm not talking about the UK and their corrupt practices. I'm talking about the Finnish government and the zoo. And I'm going to tell you, every Biafran, wherever you're listening to, you're hearing my voice from, that the zoo have actually ended their moves. They are out of moves. They don't know where to go. They don't know what to do, because they cannot get hold of the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá Njoko. But the big question is, what is still keeping the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá Njoku under the Finnish authority. I want you to watch this video to the end so that you will understand, and be cleared on some critical issues that you do not know anything about.
Our PM. What do you think? Allegations and lies and deceit, including the things that are happening in the northern part of the zoo, both the crimes being committed by Boko Haram, they will all forward them to the Finnish authorities, claiming that these all things committed by the Prime Minister Mazi Simon Èkpá. I want Biafrans to open their eyes and pay attention to this very broadcast. Very, very important, even though we are not going to take time today. What do you think? That are these evidences that Musa is talking about? What do you think? Lies and deceit, because they have no any evidence against whatever allegation they are leveling against our Prime Minister. Now let's continue.
So it looks like it's taking longer than necessary. Well, it's not our country, it's a sovereign country. They have their own procedures, so they have to follow their own procedures. Ours is to ensure that we follow up and make sure that we monitor what's being done. But I'm sure they will do, because we have been able, I think the Attorney General did a fantastic job, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the Minister of Defense. We'll follow up and make sure that we monitor what's being done. But I'm sure they will do, because we have been able, I think the Attorney General did a fantastic job, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the Minister of Defense, together with the Office of the National Security Advisors, comprehensive things were done. So it looks like it's taking longer than necessary. Well, it's not our country, it's a sovereign country. They have their own procedures, so they have to follow their own procedures. Ours is to ensure that we follow up and make sure that we monitor what's being done. But
Did you hear that? Did you get that? He said, ours is to monitor and follow up to make sure that they do the necessary, that justice is being done. Can you hear me, somebody? He said that our own is to monitor, and make sure that they do the necessary. What do you think monitoring this case could be? It is all about using all the necessary means, especially their allies, to mount serious pressure on Finnish authority to make sure that they get the PM nailed down. That they are monitoring the process, making sure that the necessary is being done. Are you paying attention? What that means is nothing but pressure. Let's continue.
I'm sure they will do, because we have been able, I think the Attorney General did a fantastic job, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the Minister of Defense, together with the Office of the National Security Advisors, comprehensive things were done, exhibits were forwarded. That will enable them to be able to take action.
Now, he said that there's one name he mentioned. I want all Biafrans here, especially the Igbos. I want you to pay attention and pick something from this very line he dropped. He said that they have done their jobs. The Office of the Attorney General of the Federation, the Secretary, Special Advisor to Security, whatever, and he mentioned that word, the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Can somebody tell me in the comment section who is the current minister of the State of Foreign Affairs of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. Can you tell me in the comment section, please? Who is the current Minister of State of Foreign Affairs of the zoo? Who? If you know it, I want you to type it in the comment section. Ndị Igbo, ntị ọdụkwa. As I'm speaking to you now, ọhaneze ndị oshi na ndị ama ife alụmele Igbo ọhaneze ndị oshi alụmele Igbo ife mwutemele Igbo have sent a petition to the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom federal government direct to Tinubu's office to give them 10 trillion naira in compensation in order for them to forget about or bury the issue of Biafra completely. But they term it to in compensation of lives and properties that were lost during the, Biafra civil war. I'm telling you what is going on now as I'm talking to you now. This is current situation. And Bianco Juku, that happens to be the wife there are some ways that I am being forced to mention it because that is the only option. Like now, there is no any other option to use if not wife. If not, how do I explain? How do I explain to my generations unborn that the person we are talking about happens to be the wife of ex Biafra eternal lead, as in, sorry, not X, the wife, or, you see, that X is coming because I don't know how to explain it. How do I explain to my generation unborn, my upcoming generation, my children, the little ones, how do I explain to them that the person we are talking about is the wife of Biafra eternal leader, Odumegwu Ojukwu? How can I explain this? And this is no longer propaganda. This is, I want you to know, we are not, this is not propaganda. This is no longer allegation. The time this woman called Bianca was appointed by Tinubu, there was, so many propaganda flying all over the social media, flying all over the internet. And you know me now, I'm a kind of person that don't work with propaganda. I work with, facts and realities. You must show me that fact. I must see the fact. If I don't see the facts, I don't believe you. Especially when another individual is involved. You understand what I'm saying? This is me for you. This is me. When I was again Nebuso DOS agha, again Nebuso Chinas and Woru Afia agha, I had a lot of evidence. Ndị a na-edinye ndị otu fafa ga gbuo ụmụnna anyị fa post ya na their platforms. It's in the public. It's in the public. Fa ga gbuo ụmụaka na-alụlụ anyị ọgụ. The then Eastern Security Network. For team up with India and Nigeria. For boom nine post on their platforms. Brag ya with it. Which my own brother was among the slain soldiers. So nebu sofaga with evidence. You don't dare try that. It's an abomination. But these people have committed no offense. They have committed no crime. The only difference there is that they said they do no longer believe you. They want to work with Simon Èkpá. That's all. You term them criminals. You label them all sorts of names, all kinds of derogatory names in order to nail them. On about Choribu, when you want to buy a dog, you give it a bad name. Actually, so when I'm bringing all these evidences to my people, analyzing them properly, that is the only reason, that is the only way, or not only way, that is one of the ways we won the battle against the DOS, because they committed heinous crimes, especially for buying the members of the then Eastern Security Network that said they want to work with Simon Èkpá. And we did not lay these allegations against them, but they were doing it, posting it on their own platforms and bragging with it, labeling them all sorts of names. You forget? So, in this case, when a lot of propaganda was, going on the social media, I didn't say anything bakasam against this woman called Bianco. No. Somebody say, please don't call her Bianco Ojukwu, call her Bianco. No, thank you. You are very, very right. You are very, very absolutely right. Now, you do no longer need any evidence. The CDS has come out publicly to tell you the job this woman has done already. How she has compiled a lot of so-called evidences because she's coming from the east and helping the Fulani to destroy her own brother. And tomorrow, hey, oh my God. Ndibo. Chai. Where do we go from here? One card this word. Nah. Yeah. Again. What is wrong with us? Chai. Alusoko ndi ojo. Aluso onu na-eme ife ọjọọ anụ ọnụ na-akpa ike ọnụ na-eme ife ọjọọ ọnụ nwangoli isi na ya ama nna alụsokwa ụnụ alụso ụnụ Chukwu bụ ụnụ ọnụ alakpa ụnụ ọkụ anyị nwa ama nna anyị bụ ụmụ Chukwu telụ mmanụ ụmụ Chukwu anyị ama nwere onwe anyị because of one thing or the other ụnụ na-enweta alụso ụnụ mbụbụbụ ụnụ Chukwu anyị Igbo kpọọ ụnụ ọkụ bụ ụnụ ọnụ ebi ndị Igbo gịnị mere ụnụ? What happened to us?
How dangerous was Simon Èkpá's activities and all allied or related to your office and to the Nigerian society? Very, very, innocent people were killed just by his utterances. And so we needed to stop that. And that's immediately they picked him. You see that it has gone down. There are people like him that also doing those things. We're also equally going after them, both outside and within.
Did you hear
There are people that benefit. You know, the funny thing about the country is that.
Did you hear the bragging? Immediately we picked him, you can see everything has gone down. You see, that's why I usually, reason things from different angles. You see, I want you now to reason with me. I want you to reason with me. Please pay attention. He said, immediately we picked him, we, not they. I could be wrong because I'm going to replay that place. Immediately we picked him. No. Before we continue, that is not actually what the main thing I want to talk about. But because of the, strength of that word, the heaviness, the meaning of that word, let me first of all replay it before we continue.
Immediately they picked him, you see that it has gone down. There are people like him that also doing those things. We're also equally. And so we needed to stop that. And that's immediately they picked him, you see that it has gone down.
I see now. He said immediately they picked him. That's good. It's good that I repeated it at least to be sure. Now he said immediately they picked him. You can see everything has gone down. I want to explain it to you. Immediately they picked him. You can see everything has gone down. Do you know what he meant? I will explain to you. Recall that when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was extraordinarily renditioned to the zoo, Lai Mohammed came out publicly on BBC Pidgin and told the entire world that with the arrest, I want to, quote him as saying or as said. Let me quote him as said. With the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu, that is the way they call it, Nnamdi Kanu, the IPOB and Biafra agitation has ended. Did you get that? With the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB and Biafra agitation has ended. That was the word of Lai Mohammed, the then information minister of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. Click the like wherever you are joining me from. We are live on 2 different platforms. We are live on our Biafra Unitement platform with capital letter, and we are live on our, of course, our sister channel, which is Biafra Unite TV, of course, Biafra Unite TV. We are live there, and very, very soon we will continue what we used to do, going live only on our sister channel, which is Biafra Unite TV. Very soon we will go back to be going live on that platform. So now I want you to connect the dot. That man said, with the arrest of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB is done and dusted. And I came out and told you, I'm sure many of you, at least half of these 600 people who are already watching me live right now in just at 8 minutes, I'm very, very certain that some of you, half of you understand what I'm talking about. Because I came out and analyzed him. And I told you, first of all, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had already set up Eastern Security Network. Pay attention. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had already, before this thing happened. Thank you, Ajibo Sunday, for confirming that. that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had already set up ESN, which is fully armed to the teeth with AK-47. And then somebody who knows very well that if anything happens to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the zoo is doomed, because he has already set up a security outfit to tackle the menace, according to the statement of MNK, to tackle the menace of the Fulani herdsmen terrorists who were coming here to buy innocent women and children of Biafra. And you know that we all know that this security outfit is not only for those that claim that they are Fulani herdsmen terrorists. Any terrorist, both those in uniform and those without uniform, once you come here to buy our people, you are a target of the ESN. So the zoo federal government that knows this whole thing very well, that should know better, that knows that a man who has gone this far, if anything happens to him, it's not going to be easy to contend. They went ahead to make such statement. That means they have, before they even went on for this kidnap and extraordinary rendition, they had already sorted the ground. They have watered the ground. They know that they had those in authority in IPOB in their pockets. Because as a minister of information or as a representative of the federal government, you cannot come out to make such comments when you have committed this crime against a man who has gone this far. Because you know very well that that is when the real fight will begin. That is when the real fight will begin. Are you paying attention? So, what am I trying to say? This man coming here, now let us bring it back because we are just connecting the dot. Very soon I'm going to open the line to tell you and I, as you can see, since they picked him up, everything has gone down in the southeast. Do you know what he meant? He's telling you and I that all the activities of Simon Èkpá in the so-called southeast, which borders on Biafra liberation movement, have all gone down. That is what Musa is telling, because PM himself, we all know, the whole world is aware, committed no offense. A man who said, I want freedom from a certain union is not a crime anywhere in the world, and you have the backing of the law to go about it anyhow you deem it fit, including African Charter Article 20. 1, 2, and 3 said you are free to do so. And Nigeria is a signatory to this law. You understand? So the whole world is aware he committed no offense known to law. So all the activities of PM bordering on self-determination and liberation movement in the East, Musa is telling you that it has gone down. And me here, Moano here now, will authoritatively confirm that word to you. It's heartbreaking to many of you listening to me, genuine ones who want freedom. It's heartbreaking, I know, but it's true. It's true. I'm telling you, it's true, my people. It is true, 100%. I'm not telling you because I don't want you to feel bad or maybe, let me sugarcoat it. No, if you know me, you already know me the way I am. I say things the way they are. It's true. So that is the reason why I am calling for this worldwide protest for the release of PM Mazi Simon Èkpá. Because what Musa said in the national TV is not a propaganda. It's true. Since they picked him, what is happening in the southeast has gone down. He didn't say it has ended, though. No, because he cannot say it has ended. If he say it has ended, I would say it's a lie. But he said has gone down, which is true. And you can tell, even you listening to me, even though you are not here, even though you don't live here, you know, you are on social media. You're on social media. Do I even have to come here and tell you it's true? Do I really have to come and tell you it's true before you know? You're on social media. If it's a lie, you will know. You listening to me now will know that it's a lie, because you will be seeing activities on social media. Is it not? Is this? These things are very simple for everybody to understand. You see? And it's 3 months now. This thing happened in November, December, January, February. Complete 3 months. Today is 24th. It happened on the 18th of November. Today is 24th. So we are talking about something that has happened 3 months and 1 week now. Biafrans, we have to do something. We have to rise up. We have to do something. I'm telling you, we have to do something. There's that word he said, that since they picked him up, you can see that things happening in Southeast has gone down. And what is that thing happening in Southeast? The movement for the restoration of Biafra. That's all. And you all know what it means. You all know what it means. What is this movement? There is no protest in the East, in the Southeast, according to the way they call us Southeast or Southeasterners. There has never been protest for the past many years now. There is no gathering. We don't gather for meetings. There is no gathering. What is this thing happening? What is this movement? It is the guerrilla warfare that is going on, the woto that they are receiving. Nothing, any other thing is babadash. Nothing else. Now they are free. Now they have freedom to come here, go into our villages, buy people anyhow, our massacre innocent women and children anyhow they like. They now do it without any challenge, unchallenged. Unchallenged. I said unchallenged. Do you want me to be sending you videos every time? Many of you listening to me right now, I'm sure you have some video that I promised to send last time I was on live broadcast. Some of you that reached out to me on WhatsApp, I sent you the videos. I didn't hesitate. I sent you the videos. Some of you listening to me, if you know that I send you any of the videos of the current things going on in our land, please indicate in the comment section. If any of you watched my live broadcast last time and you reach out to me requesting for that video, please let me know in the comment section. You understand? It's happening. So therefore, we need to rise and call for the release of our PM. Very, very, very important. Very, very, very important. I told you last time that if you want the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that we have been calling for, and you want Biafra, you genuinely want Biafra from your heart, you first of all pray for the release of Mazi Simon Ekpa. I told you, and I keep on saying it. I keep on saying it. Now let us conclude this very video so that I can be able to open of course, the microphone, the line.
There are people like him that also doing those things. We're also equally going after them, both outside and within. There are people that benefit. You know, the funny thing about the country is that some people think everything is about politics. So there are individuals that feel if there is peace, then maybe the government is doing too well, and then people want to applaud. So some people intentionally want to make sure that the country remains ungovernable. There's strife everywhere, but innocent people are killed. If you want to be a leader and you are praying for some people to be killed just because you want to come in, I think there's a problem somewhere.
So the agitation in the Southeast region, I mean, you have mentioned that it is not only the fight, well, there are other measures.
Yeah.
Do you think that the release of Nnamdi Kanu might help the situation?
Well, I don't know. I think the federal government is considering all options, and I think that's a decision. That's a political decision. It's not our own decision. Our own decision is to stop the killing, to ensure that we secure the communities and that they're free.
Story. Your own is to secure the communities. How do you secure the communities? Asawana, as I'm speaking to you right now, is going about everywhere, walking hand in hand with these Jew terrorists in military uniform, buying innocent people. Asari Dokubo confirmed a couple of weeks ago when he was angry with the Zoo Janjaweed. He was angry with them and he lashed on them. He blasted them on a video, saying that as I'm speaking to you now, my men are fighting alongside. The Zoo Janjaweed in Imo State. He said it. Some of you saw the video. Let me know if my voice is coming out clear, please. Very, very important. If you can hear me, let me know in the comment section, please. Asari Dokubo said it. If you can hear me, please let me know in the comment section. So, how do you think a Fulani man will secure your life? How do you believe that a Fulani man has what it takes to secure your life? How on earth do you think such a thing can happen? That a Fulani man can secure your life? In the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, you think that Fulani has what it takes with the hatred at heart they have against the Igbo people. How do you think that they can secure your life? How? As in, I don't understand. How do you think such a thing can happen? You had Ibrahim Babangida. After the confession he made, which includes exonerating the Igbo from the so-called Igbo coup in 1966, the January coup. At the end of it all, he still said that he has no apology to anybody. After the confession, including the confession of how Moshood Abiola was spied and how he won the election in 1993. At the same time, at the end of that confession, this man still said he has no apology. Are you paying attention? This is what is going on. He still told you that he has no apology. So how do you think that this man called Babangida from Niger State, who is not naturally a Fulani man, but lived within the Fulani cabals and, of course, influenced by the Fulani cabals. How do you think if this man is feeling like this against the Igbo people, this very man who is not a natural Fulani man, then what about the original Fulani man?